Hello everybody, it's Chris, alias Boiling Action, and today's podcast episode's topic is all about Halloween food. So food that you eat during this feast to celebrate it. Whoop! At first I have to say, I'm sorry for all my subscribers. You had to wait that much long for this episode. You know, my plan was actually to load an episode of my podcast series every 2 weeks, rotating my two main topics, which are food related and music related. And sorry, I do not have any apologize here for you yet, but forget about it. Let's start and just doing a new episode here. Today actually is Halloween, or let me say it was. Halloween night is over now, and we had a great party all night long, and I'm so tired, I have to say. So it's 6 a.m. in the morning. You know, we partied all night long, all night through, and I was simply dressed like some kind of a standard zombie guy. Compared to the costume of a very good friend of mine, it was actually nothing, you know. But he was dressed like a character from a TV series about zombie apocalypse that I would say this is so popular, the series, that you know this, but I don't know why, because maybe I'm not that very much into TV series. And his character name was Rick, and he was dressed like some kind of a sheriff, and yeah, and it was a huge party, I gotta say. About 2,000 or 3,000 people were there, yeah, believe it or not. I don't know how huge Halloween parties in other parts of the world are, but my impression was that this one, was a giant thing. Maybe I have to tell you, here in Germany, it's just a usual thing to celebrate Halloween for the last, I would say, 15 years. But so good so far. This was actually some kind of a view into the party that I had. So, because celebrating Halloween is relatively new around here in Germany, there must be other countries, so like the USA or Canada, for example, I don't know, maybe a couple of others, so where a culinary aspect is actually into Halloween as well. So the first thing that I'm thinking about when it comes to food and Halloween is maybe something related to pumpkin lanterns. Yeah, those are very popular in the USA, I guess so. Carving some kind of a face out of the pumpkin and hollow it out and put in candle. And so there must be a huge amount of inners of those pumpkins available after carving them out. So, and then I asked myself, what do you do with all the pumpkin stuff that you carved out? So, thrown away? No, what a bummer. Maybe making some pumpkin cakes, making some pumpkin soup, or some, I don't know, cookies, or do you just simply go to a fast food restaurant? Oh, this is a all-day thing, huh? So, nothing special for a feast, huh? Maybe you have very creative ideas. Yeah, that's something that I want to discuss about with you. But before we go to today's comic question of the day of this podcast, I want to show you the replies of the last comic question of the day, as usual. Dan Cito. Some great tips for damping noise in practice room or music studio. I like the egg carton idea. I have a show screen which I use sometimes to reduce noise. I can add extra material on the screen if needed, but so far I haven't required it. I will be adding some noise reducing curtains, which I don't really need, but I need new curtains anyway. Probably not suitable for music recording, but I set my microphone on unidirectional settings so it just picks up my voice and less of the sound in other parts of the room. Thanks for sharing your ideas. Yeah, I have to say, actually I'm some kind of a total beginner when it comes to condenser mics. So my podcast will be recorded by the microphone of a webcam, actually. Yeah, this is... it's a disgusting sound. You hear it. What I can tell about it. that I have to say that your solution is fixed on two ways. The first is the software way with this unidirectional setting. I've never heard of this before, but sounds to me, this is a pretty handy solution together with it makes some kind of a digital barrier for your microphone and together with a physical barrier that you created with a choice screen, it might be a wonderful result. As you know, Dan, I watch your videos for years, and I can tell you all wonderful people that are watching my video podcast at the moment, Dan's videos, as the sound of Dan's videos is so clear, so brilliant. I'm sure that he makes it right, absolutely. And I'm gonna get a choice screen for myself, for sure. Yeah, so it seems to me that the secret is the combination of those two ways. So at first you got some kind of a barrier created by the choice screen that don't let the background noises come through to the mic. And on the other hand, the software solution, those unidirectional settings. Actually, I don't have a clue what it is, but I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna figure it out as soon as I got the condenser mic. Thank you very much, Dan. Safe, that's Antignorod. Finally got around to watching the whole thing. I think this is the best podcast yet with notably higher production on everything. Thank you very much. I really like the way you use papers for the countdown, and you've covered some great tips for sound dampening. The comments looked sharper and the text coming out at the end fit right in with the Boiling Action logo. In my old house we actually had set up a sound booth with a pyramid form, whatever it's called. Since then we haven't bothered with anything fancy in our home studio or studios, and have moved most recordings to digital input, which eliminates the need for sound dampening. But this comes with a whole mess of other problems to deal with. It's not much of a tip, but when it comes to vocals, a good mic is a lot more important than the environment. On one hand, it's best to get a nice clean audio track if you intend to apply reverb and echo effects to it afterwards. But the natural reverb and hallway might be all you need. Great video, dude. You had a sound booth at your old place? Whoa, sounds really professional, huh? At first I have to say that we need to find some kind of a budget solution. Maybe a second-hand microphone is better than a new one, which is actually a cheap one. I know, but this is the thing, so we don't have that much money. But 100 euros or 150 Canadian dollars is the peak, you know? So maybe the unidirectional setting that Dan offered in his comment is the key for perfect sound, I guess. So this could be a feature that the microphone should have as well. Thank you very much, buddy. Thanks to all who joined the last comment question of the day. And today's comment question of the day is, what is a typical meal for Halloween? Reply your creative and funny answers in the comment section below, and so be part of the next Boiling Action podcast episode. And finally, as always, to round us to a musical outro, the newest Boiling Action music snippet. See you then later and enjoy! Whoa, wait a second, I'm gonna fix that first.